Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the Smashing Wallace and Gromit Discussions. In this special episode, I'll be talking about my top 5 favourite moments from the Wallace and Gromit films. Let's get started. Number 5. Gromit falls in love. Matt of Life and Death introduced us to Gromit's first love interest. Fluffles and Gromit's relationship was one of the strongest and most heart-tugging moments in the short. These two are my favourite couple from Wallace and Gromit. I just feel that this relationship really works. You really do feel for these characters when they hold hands and hug each other. It just feels that Gromit has had more success with Fluffles than Wallace has had with his love interests. The moments when Gromit and Fluffles are on screen together is what makes the short a bit more light-hearted in my opinion, since the film was a bit dark some of the time. A great moment for a great couple. Number 4. Gromit's horrible discovery. The Curse of the Were-Rabbit was the first full-length feature film for the dynamic duo, and this film certainly had lots of great moments to remember. However, there were a few chilling moments in the film, and the scene where Gromit discovers that Wallace was the Were-Rabbit was one of them. What I love about this scene is how it was revealed. The tension is what I feel is what draws the viewer in and keeps them interested. It gives that feeling of suspense. But what made the scene was Julie Knott's music score. It really does illustrate that intriguing energy of suspense and curiosity. A great suspenseful theme to get you in that spooky feeling. Number 3. The train chase. The Wrong Trousers is one of the most successful Wallace and Gromit productions and introduced us to one of the most memorable moments in the film, which was of course the train chase. Chase scenes in stop motion are tricky to animate. The sense of speed is hard to create, and the camera has to follow the object or character in a certain way. But even though the train chase was difficult to film, it's certainly one of animation's greatest moments in history. What makes this scene so special is the whole concept. Just Wallace, Gromit and Feathers McGraw on a toy train reminds me of wild western films. The music for this scene was the icing on the cake. It really gave that energy and speed the chase needed. It's certainly one of the greatest moments in Wallace and Gromit and always will be. Number 2. The Were-Rabbit transformation. This was one of my favourite moments from The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. What I loved about this scene is that we see Victor is about to give Wallace a piece of his mind by a game of fisticuffs, but it's Victor who gets the beating when Wallace throws him on the bonnet of the antipesto van. But the best part of all was when Wallace starts to transform into the Were-Rabbit, a transformation that would have required both stop motion and CGI effects. I love the way that he transforms. It was so clever. I used to be terrified of the scene, but when I conquered my fear of him transforming, I appreciate the scene and the film more than ever. A fantastic scene for a fantastic film. And my number 1 favourite scene from Wallace and Gromit is the lorry chase from a close shave. This was my all-time favourite moment from the Wallace and Gromit history. Not just because it was better than the train chase, not just because of Julie Knott's amazing music score, but because of how epic this scene was. I love how this scene was directed. I love the visuals. I love the characters. I love the speed. I love the flying scenes. Everything about this scene was so epic that I could watch it over and over again, which I always do. But if you want to introduce anyone to any chase scenes in Wallace and Gromit, then I suggest you show them the train chase first rather than the lorry chase, because it was the first chase in Wallace and Gromit, and also because of the concept of it was brilliant. But other than that, the lorry chase in A Close Shave is my favourite scene ever in Wallace and Gromit. That's it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. And look out for episode 10, where I talk about all of the love interests in the Wallace and Gromit films. See you all in episode 10. Bye!